Robert Wright, The Moral Animal, Why We Are the Way We Are, The New Science of Evolutionary Psychology. Embark on an intriguing journey into the world of evolutionary psychology with Robert Wright's The Moral Animal, Why We Are the Way We Are. In this summary, you'll uncover enlightening explanations behind human behavior, such as the roles of intelligence, attractiveness, and jealousy in finding long-term mates, the motivations behind infidelity, and the influence of social status and wealth on familial relationships. Witness how subtle hierarchies permeate even seemingly egalitarian societies and how strategic alliances play a significant role in securing long-term leadership. This book expertly demystifies complex evolutionary concepts and sheds light on the unconscious calculations that drive our actions.
The science behind men's mate choices. Men are less selective when it comes to casual hookups, but both sexes apply strict criteria for long-term partners. According to Robert L. Trivers, intelligence is a desirable trait in a long-term mate, as it indicates that the partner will be a good guardian of their potential children. This preference is not a conscious choice, rather, it is an unconscious calculation designed to ensure the survival of offspring. However, youth and beauty also play a significant role in mate selection, as they are reliable indicators of female fertility. These choices ultimately serve the genetic makeup of males, increasing the likelihood of the survival and triumph of their genes in the future. The science of jealousy. Jealousy, a natural human emotion, is experienced differently by men and women. Evolutionary psychologists believe that male jealousy stems from the desire to ensure the propagation of their genes, while women are more distressed by close emotional bonds with their partners. The physiological responses of men and women to the hypothetical scenarios of sexual or emotional infidelity suggest that male sexual jealousy could be an evolutionary reflex that has yet to catch up with modern times where affairs are less likely to result in pregnancies. Women, infidelity, and evolution. Evolutionary psychologists argue that women tend to cheat for material wealth and biological benefits. Studies reveal that women often exchange sexual favors for material goods, such as money, food, or jewelry. Some anthropologists have discovered similar behavior in human communities. The Kung people in the Kalahari Desert believe that having several lovers provides access to a diverse range of materials, including beads and money. Additionally, evolutionarily, women were traditionally drawn to the idea of having multiple partners to ensure their children received the best possible genetic and material advantage. Therefore, it was preferable to have multiple partners, one as the biological father, and another to provide a supportive environment to raise the children. Gender, social status, and evolutionary psychology. The choice of a favorite child often reflects the potential to propagate genes in the most advantageous way, according to evolutionary psychologists. Women from poor, low-status families are more likely to marry up, making them the family favorite. Meanwhile, boys are more likely to be favored in high-status families due to their ability to propagate genes through wealth and power. Studies by Mildred Dickman and anthropologists Laura Betzig and Paul Turk support this dynamic through the observation of infanticide and family life in various societies. The self-serving nature of altruism. Altruism, or selfless concern for others, has been considered a fundamental aspect of human nature. However, according to evolutionary psychologists, altruistic behavior is mainly motivated by self-interest. We are kind to others to establish a debt in our favor, as it was beneficial in the small communities humans evolved in. Nonetheless, our preoccupation with other people's opinions about us drives our moral behavior. This can be traced back to the way we interacted within tight-knit communities, where debts, grudges, and favors are not quickly forgotten. In a nutshell, altruism is not entirely selfless, but rather a strategy to gain benefits in return. The deceptive egalitarianism. Although anthropologists believed they had found an alternative to hierarchical class societies in egalitarian hunter-gatherer communities, hierarchical structures are inherent in virtually every human society. Even societies that appear highly egalitarian, such as the Ache people of eastern Paraguay, have hierarchies that are difficult to detect. Through the subtle preferential treatment of the offspring of the best hunters in the community, an effective but unapparent hierarchy was sustaining the Ache's egalitarian social system. However, the best scientific evidence suggests that hierarchy is not hardwired into our genes. Evolutionary biologists found that anyone could become a leader, and leadership levels were associated with the hormone serotonin levels, indicating a leadership effect. Leadership tactics in chimpanzee society. Chimpanzees exhibit unique leadership traits that range from brute force to strategic alliances. Drawing from studies conducted by experts such as Jane Goodall and Franz de Waal, this summary provides an insightful analysis of chimpanzee leadership tactics. Michael, a chimpanzee with less muscle power, managed to rise to the top by simulating strength and making a lot of noise. On the other hand, Yaroan, an alpha chimp, leveraged the power of strategic alliances to maintain control while keeping his privilege of accessing female monkeys. This harrowing tale unveils the masked reality of power, status, and alliances amongst chimpanzees, which are not too different from human leadership dynamics.
As we conclude our exploration of the moral animal, we have delved into the science behind mate selection, jealousy, materialistic tendencies, social status, and morality, alongside the subtleties of hierarchy and authority. Throughout the book, Robert Wright efficiently bridges the gap between evolutionary psychology and human behavior, elucidating the factors contributing to our unconscious motivations and choices. So, the next time you ponder your actions, consider the evolutionary forces that have shaped us over time. Remember that we aren't as detached from our primate ancestors as we might imagine, and appreciate the hidden complexities that govern our lives.